news yesterday that had the internet buzzing of a vaccine developed by the University of Oxford, which is deemed hugely promising. But we're going to be talking to Dr. Wheeler to see if we should be getting very excited about it. Before we get her on the line, the 1,077 persons were injected with the vaccine that led them to make antibodies and T cells. That's getting Carrie excited, that can fight the coronavirus. And the UK has already ordered 100 million doses of the vaccine. Joining us on the phone, Dr. Erica Wheeler, PAHO, WHO representative for Trinidad and Tobago and the Dutch Kingdom Islands. Is it too soon to get excited, Dr. Wheeler?
Good morning. Good morning, Lisa. Well, although it is promising, yes, it is too soon. It hasn't even reached phase 3 clinical trials as yet, although, of course, from what you said quite accurately, the 1,077 people, it's actually being tested now on persons. But there are so many vaccines out there, although we know the COVAX, that special facility that's looking at supporting the most promising of 9 vaccines in existence. But right now, they haven't even reached the phase 3 clinical trials, and we know that there are still lots of vaccines out there. So it's very nice that they are progressing, but we have to say that the research actually shows that there is no indication of what's called its efficacy yet. And what we mean by this is that when you're doing vaccine trials, efficacy in this case means that we're looking at the intervention under ideal and controlled circumstances, not under real-life circumstances. So we're still in a situation where we can't really say for sure.
Yes.
You have to do the vaccine on thousands of persons because remember, if you ever put out a vaccine there that's going to be dangerous to humans, you can cause way more harm than you can cause good. So while it is exciting, and we know there's a race between vaccine manufacturers to see who could come up with the most effective vaccine first, we're not at a stage where in the clinical trials where we can say that there is anything definitive. And there was another vaccine most recently, I mean, it wasn't publicized so much, coming out of China too. And there are different methods of testing these vaccines. You know, it's, sometimes we're comparing apples and oranges. So we just have to wait and see.
Well, they're saying that this vaccine closely resembles the coronavirus. Thus, the immune system can learn how to attack it. Yeah, you want to explain?
Yes, well, so do the other vaccines that are being tested, because what happens is that in this trial, they compared it with the meningococcal vaccine. So they did what they call a randomized control trial. So they gave one group of people this vaccine and another group of persons another vaccine, and they compared the reaction to see how the body reacted, and it did produce antibodies, which was exciting. But as I said, it's still early days yet.
Yes,
and please remember too, even if we find, or when or if we find a vaccine that works, we still don't know how long human beings will be immune to it. So that is yet something that will be discovered later on. So first we have to find out the efficacy of it. So when instead of in control conditions, we really have a situation where we know on a larger scale, because you really have to test thousands of people, because human beings are different and we react differently. So it is going to go. It was recommended. At the end of it, it was very interesting that the research says this vaccine is recommended to go to phase 3.
Right. So that's very important. Yes.
Yes.
Dr. Wheeler, we're going to have to leave it there. I just want to make note that they also said that 70% of the people on trial developed either fever or headaches as a side effect. But, you know, so we can't get too excited. We just want to be, you know, to have our eyes on it as we continue the race to this vaccine. Thank you so much, Dr. Wheeler, for joining us and bringing some information there.